Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angry Prepper. Today's video is going to be on, I would sort of say, more a hiking gear accessory video, right? Not so much survival, though. You could definitely make it on a Caribbean island with these items here. Right, the more you know, the less you carry. So I didn't pack a shelter. One, because it made the bag not so much heavy, but I just couldn't fit anything else in it. So the bag was tight as it was. I guess had I left a couple things behind, I could have. But out here in the Caribbean, temperatures at night don't get to a freezing level. And if it does, you could, not freezing level, but cooler level to cool off the body to hypothermia temperatures. It's rare, very, very rare out here in the Caribbean, and you can make a shelter with the vegetation around you. That being said, I didn't carry the shelter. So this is more of a day hike slash, if you had to, survival kit, right? So starting off with the first and foremost thing that you take with you is a first aid kit, right? This is by Venture Medical Kit. This is a 2-person kit, which means it's actually good for 1 person. If it's 2 small people, maybe. But if you're an average human, this is actually good for 1 person. All right, so moving down the line, this is a Cedar Summit ULTRA-SIL dry bag, right? So it's light, right? It's thin, but it's strong, and it keeps your gear dry, right? So you would put stuff that you don't want to get wet in here, like your wallet, money, maybe your phone, if you don't have this, and I'll get to this in a minute. All right, so you can also gather water with this, though. Again, the water out here is salt water, so you'll need some kind of plastic device, which I'm going to get to this in a minute, to distill the water, right, and put it and have it drip into a container. This is a bigger, heavy-dutier dry bag. I would use this when you're out in the Caribbean doing hiking around rocks and water, right? So I'm going to get to this bag in a minute, and I'll tell you why you're going to want this, right? So all the gear fits in here, and then some, right? Shelter, gear stuff, and then you would obviously tightly roll it up, right? And then close it. The great thing about dry bags, right, is that they help you float, and they could be turned into floating devices. So if you are not a great swimmer like myself, that comes in handy. I don't think I'm the world's worst swimmer, but I'm definitely no Michael Phelps. Okay? So, it's amazing when things don't want to work with you, right? So anyway, should I get stranded on an island, let's get this out of the sea, misbehaving, I bought a compass, horseshoe fungus, a Dragonfire tinder box, flint and steel. Oh, and I bought a fat rope stick. Now, there's a lot of fire starting material off the trees out here, the palm trees. So you can get yourself a nice little fire going with the stuff on the palm trees. So that starting a fire out here shouldn't be an issue or a problem. Also depends on if you get stuck on an island where there's very little vegetation or trees, that could possibly hurt you. But like I said, it doesn't get cold enough out here or cool enough out here to suffer from hypothermia. But then again, it also depends on the individual, right? So somebody like me that got stuck out here, I'd be fine sleeping out in the open, no fire. But if you're that sensitive, then yes, you would absolutely need to start a fire to keep your body warm. All right, so Sorry about that. I'm gonna get to this last. Right, so I bought, of course, 550 cord. Again, that's the string along maybe a help sign if you're stranded on one of these islands. Put up a shelter, or maybe you just want to dry your clothes after swimming around the island. This is called, I think it's called Jodo. This is very good for your cell phone. Right, so this is the iPhone 7. I'm filming on the GoPro 5. Right, so it fits just good, just right, sorry. And I'm going to do a review on this. And then, of course, flashlights, right? There is absolutely zero light out here when you get stuck on an island or if you go hiking. But this is the gear I normally travel with so that I don't end up in a bad situation without some kind of, in a bad situation. So I always carry some kind of, survival properties with me, right? And then this is, believe it or not, a backpack, right? So this backpack is awesome because it fit in my luggage with no problem. And all of this stuff, including the shelf, would fit in here. My tripod, my camera gear, all fits in this bag. This is a MAXPEDITION backpack. I will get you the name of it now, right? But I think it's the ROLLYPOLY backpack set, right? So it turns into that. And this thing stores a lot of gear for a backpack. I am going to do a review on this as well. Alright, so, alright guys, this is my pseudo survival hiking gear that I take with me anywhere I go now. Except for if I'm going into the wilderness, of course, I'm carrying a lot more. Even if I'm traveling to go to the wilderness, I'm carrying way more. But when you're on a relaxing vacation, you should carry something similar to this, if not a little more. Communications, radios out here do work, but you have to know what channel and frequency they're on. As far as a signaling device, there are boats passing islands around here all the time. So even if you got stranded, even if your boat dropped you off and didn't come back for you, there's always boats passing around these islands that you can get the attention of, right? Oh, I'm sorry, I almost missed this. This is a water container, right? So this thing opens up like so, and you untwist it. But before you untwist it, you gotta open this up. Boom, and it's a collapsible water container. Now I would pretty much go with metal, but again, I didn't want to set off those alarms in the airport, even though I got harassed as it was. So that being said, I bought this with me, right? So, right, collapses down to nothing. It holds water. You can distill with this. Do not put it by the fire. If you could, I mean, in hindsight, I guess I could have bought my metal canteens with me. That would have been a lot better because then you could boil the water and you could distill a lot faster using fire, right? You can't distill with that. You have to use sunlight using the using this one. But if you're going to use fire, you can use a metal container and bring this and let the water drip into the metal container. You can also use a 550 cord for that as well as a drip string. That takes a lot longer because the paracord is going to soak the water first and then drip. So you're losing valuable water with that process. You can also use sticks and stems out here as well. That also acts as a good conductor when you're distilling. Anyway, this is the Angry Prepper. Like and subscribe to my channel. This is my outdoor channel. You can also like and subscribe to my urban channel. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Google+, and Tumblr. Alright guys, thank you for watching.